After countless hours spent over the summer working and waiting for this day to come, it has finally arrived. A summer marked by the words distancing and unknown. Now the distance away from the start of a new high school football season has faded away. And what a better way to start the new season by playing your inner city rival, adding the next and most unique chapters of the game's book. The Owls and the Purple Wave, the battle for the Rivalry Cup. The time has finally come.
Hello and welcome to the MUS Athletics pregame show. I'm your host, William Pattison, and I'm thrilled to say that high school football is finally back. We have a great show ahead of us today, and we'll have Coach Bobby Alston of the MUS Owls come on and talk about what this offseason has been like and what this season has been like from a coaching perspective. And then we'll have senior linebacker DJ Brown talk about his goals for this season and tonight's big game. And of course, at the end of the show, we'll have our Friday selections with a special guest picker. So you don't want to miss this. But we begin the show today with the Patafacts presented by Pimentos. And we're covering the game of the week, MUS at Christian Brothers. And we begin with the Purple Wave, who come into the game at 2-0 after wins at Houston and against FACS last Thursday night. And a lot of those wins come from running back Dallin Hayden, the son of former Tennessee Volunteers running back Aaron Hayden. And like his dad, Dallin is running all over the field. In the first game of the season against Houston, he put up 260 yards and 3 touchdowns on 31 carries. And Dallin is my impact player of the night. If Christian Brothers wants to win this game, they've got to get a big performance again out of Dallin Hayden. But even though Dallin's running all over the field, it's nothing this MUS defense is not ready for. Now let's move over into the MUS Owls team. And we start tonight with, they haven't had the chance to play. MUS had both games canceled against Ridgeway and Raleigh, Egypt. So this is the first time ever they enter a Christian Brothers game without having the chance to play. And we begin with the MUS defense. They returned 8 starters, and the impact player on the team I have is Chris Parks. I've really liked what I've seen out of him in practice, a defensive end, a senior, and getting the chance to headline that defensive line. And also Walker Burks and Nash Stewart return after missing the whole last season due to injury. They both started in 2018 on that state championship runner-up team, And from top to bottom, I think this is the most talented MUS defense we've seen in a long time. We'll have DJ Brown on the show a little later, and he'll talk about that linebacking group he's a part of, him and Elliott Allen. And also, Roderick Lewis, the Tulane commit in that safety position. So defensively, MUS is very good, and they'll be up for the challenge to face Dallin Hayden tonight. But offensively, MUS only returns 5 starters. Gavin McKay, Missouri commit, wide receiver, returns on that offense. And quarterback Edwin Shy looks to have his own keys to the car this year. But my impact player on offense is the running back group. I feel like if MUS is able to get that running game open, it'll allow their playbook to expand a little and give MUS opportunity to be a little bit more three-dimensional and give MUS opportunity to win this game if they can follow the game plan. And now we move into the keys to the game. And first one, obviously, don't let the emotions get to you. A rivalry game, you're heading to your rival stadium, and it's also the first game of the season for MUS. So emotions are already going to be running high. And you've got to be able to maintain your composure for both teams. Don't let the game get to your head too quickly. And we'll talk to Coach Alston about that a little bit later, about how he's telling his team to maintain their composure. And then next we have stop Dallin Hayden. Dallin Hayden's had an incredible start to the season. As I mentioned earlier, this defense has got to stop Dallin Hayden. I think if they're able to hold Dallin to under 100 yards, it gives MUS a very good chance to be in control of this game. Got to make Christian Brothers throw the ball a little bit more than they have in the past couple games. And for MUS, it's protecting the quarterback and allowing for plays to develop. Pretty inexperienced offensive line, but I'm really liking what I've seen out of practice out of all of them, and I feel like they have the opportunity to kind of show up to this game and say, we're here to play and we're here for the rest of the season. Got to allow for the quarterback, Edwin Shy, to be able to have some time in the pocket if he wants to run out. We know how fast Edwin is, just like his brother Sellers. It has to be able to let those plays develop, be able to find guys down the field. And the MUS has a very potent offense if you let them have it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how MUS handles tonight's game. This has been the Patafacts presented by Pimentos, and when we return, we'll have head coach of the MUS Owls, Bobby Alston, join us to talk about this offseason and this upcoming season. Hello and welcome back to the MUS Athletics pregame show. I'm now joined by head coach of the MUS Owls, Coach Bobby Alston. Coach, thank you for joining us today.
Good to be here. Good to be able to play.
Yes, sir, of course. You know, Coach, you've been coaching for so many years now, and you've never seen an off season or a season like this. What has this summer in preparation for the season been like from a coach's perspective?
Certainly been different. It started with we had to develop a plan to practice and work out in an effort to defeat and keep the virus at bay. And that's certainly different than just playing and preparing to play football. And in some ways it's contradictory. But our guys, our coaches came up with a plan. We haven't been perfect, but I think we've been successful. And as a result, now we get to play real football.
And Coach, obviously this season, the wait and build up has been like none other. What do you tell your guys before the season starts? I know their emotions are going to be high, especially in a rivalry game like tonight. What do you tell your guys before heading down the field to make sure they maintain their composure?
Well, they've got to trust what we prepared them to do, trust in each other, trust in their coaches. If we've prepared properly, then we've have had some adversity. Adversity has produced perseverance. Perseverance has produced character, and character gives us confidence. If we do those things, then we can play free, knowing that we're not going to play perfectly, but we'll play free, and we'll be able to make the plays that we need to make.
And not only is tonight a new start to a season, but it's also the next chapter in this very rich and deep MUS versus Christian Brothers rivalry. You have a relatively new starting offensive lineup, 5 returning starters. What are you looking to see from your offense, and do you think you're going to try to keep them from getting caught up in the game, or are you just going to let them go out there and play?
Well, to play their best, they're going to go out and play. I don't think they can go out there playing afraid of making mistakes. But that's where practice becomes a big part. If you practice well, you've developed confidence in what you're doing, and your execution improves. The game's excitement lasts about 2 minutes after the kickoff. As soon as you get smacked upside the head by the other team, then you're just playing ball. Both teams are that way. But I do think it's important that the team stay composed, not just the players, coaches, and everything else. Understand there's going to be good plays, there's going to be bad plays. You don't celebrate the good plays too much. You don't get down over the bad plays too much. And in the end, the team that plays the best will probably win the game. They have an excellent player, one of the best players in the country. And so we've got our work cut out for us. But I like our team. I think they have proven that they deserve this chance to go out on the field and show us what they got. And so excited to see what happens tonight.
Coach Alston, thank you for your time today. Best of luck to you and the team tonight.
All right, good deal.
And when we come back, we'll have senior linebacker DJ Brown join us to talk about his ambitions for the season and tonight's big game at Christian Brothers. Welcome back to the MUS Athletics pregame show. I'm now joined by senior linebacker DJ Brown. DJ, thanks for joining us today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
DJ, obviously in no way, shape, or form have you imagined your senior season to be like this. But how have you tried to make the best of it and lead by example for these younger guys on the team?
Just trying to keep it seem like as normal as possible. We all know things are different, so we just got to accept it, take it one day at a time, and we're playing football until they tell us otherwise. So we're just gonna keep working like nothing's happening.
And DJ, for you on a personal level, what are some of your goals for this season?
Just lead the guys on and off the field the best way I can. Just be there for them all the time. Just show them what a real leader is. So when I'm gone and the grades guys and the grades coming up below me, they'll know how to lead by example as well. And DJ, obviously a big game for you tonight. Big game for the defensive unit.
as y'all are tasked with stopping Christian Brothers running back Dallin Hayden, who's had a tremendous start to the season. DJ, how do you stop him from having a big game tonight?
Just preparation. Everybody doing their job is the main thing. That's the biggest thing. He is a great player, and we know he is. So we got to bring our all to stop him, and we're very capable. So I have no doubts with my guys. I got 100% confidence in my guys, so we're ready.
Gotta love the confidence from DJ. DJ, thanks for coming on. Best of luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
And welcome back to the MUS Athletics pregame show. And it's now time for the moment we've all been waiting for. It's the Friday selections. And to help join me and make these picks, we have a former MUS biology teacher from 1976 to 2020, the head tennis coach from the 1977 season to 2020 season, and a 14-time Commercial Appeal Coach of the Year. You know him as Coach T. I'd like to welcome Coach Bill Taylor to the table.
All righty. Glad to be here.
Coach Taylor, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, I'm ready if you're ready for it. So,
Yep.
All right, let's get into it. So our first game we have is Pope John Paul heads to Briarcrest to play the Saints. Both teams coming to the game 2-0. Briarcrest holds wins over Collierville and Houston, and quarterback Michael Dallas for Briarcrest has been on fire. 5 touchdowns last week against Houston. And I'm taking Briarcrest over Pope John Paul in this one, 28-20. I think Briarcrest has been favored to lose in both their first games of the season. Now I'm giving them the chip on the shoulder, and I'm giving them the first win of the selections.
I agree with you. I think Briarcrest is going to win this game relatively easy by maybe more than 7 points.
Okay. And next we have Brentwood Academy at McCallie, and Brentwood comes in the game at 2-0, and they'll face the undefeated 1-0 Blue Tornado. And Brentwood has close wins over Lipscomb Academy and Brentwood High School. McCallie last week whipped up on Webb Academy 55-0, a very electric offense from that team. And Brentwood's got a very strong offensive line, good talent players on both sides of the ball, but I had the chance to watch McCallie play, and man, they've got a good offense. I'm taking McCallie. Too much offense for Brentwood, 35-17 for the Blue Tornado.
Again, I agree with you. McCallie was tough last year, and I think they'll be tough this year. So, McCallie.
And now for the game of the week, it's MUS versus Christian Brothers. And for those interested in how to tune into the game will be broadcasted on CW30 Memphis, and also you can listen on the radio at ESPN AM 790. And if you want live updates from your phone, follow us on OwlBuzz on Twitter. This is the 60th meeting between the two schools, and MUS leads the series 30-26, and there are 2 ties, Coach Taylor. 2 ties in that all-time meeting. Strong MUS defense faces an electric Dallin Hayden, running back for the Christian Brothers team we talked about earlier on the show. And to me, I think MUS's offense has to win that game. I think MUS has the opportunity to win this game due to their defense. If they can hold down Hayden under 100 yards, I think that offense has the opportunity to open up and win this game. I'm taking MUS over Christian Brothers 24-17. Coach Taylor?
This is a huge rivalry game, and usually it's played later in the season. To play it here on the front end, it's got to be exciting for everybody. There hadn't been much athletic competition
Not
over
much.
the last 6 months.
Yes, sir.
So everybody's got to be excited. It's going to be tough playing at Christian Brothers on their home court, so to speak.
For sure.
And but I think MUS historically has won games because of their defense, and I think this defense this year is going to be tough with DJ Brown and Roderick Lewis. Those are 2 mainstays in the defense, and of course we've got a great receiving core here at MUS. We've got Gavin McKay and Clarkson Schoaf, and of course Mac Owen,
Yes, sir.
tennis player / football player. So I think by the end of the evening on Friday, MUS will have put the quietus on Christian Brothers. So I'm picking, obviously, MUS.
MUS for Coach Taylor.
Go Owls.
And this has been the MUS Athletics pregame show. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned tonight to see the Owls take on Christian Brothers on CW30 Memphis ESPN 790 AM radio, and Owl Buzz on Twitter. Thank you for watching.